Time now for a look at the big picture here across the United States, the national forecast and current observations, all the weather headlines across the United States, Weather Ranger Charlotte style. So here we go. We're going down into Florida here, and it looks like there's some clouds, there's some showers and thunderstorms left over here. Not good news for them as they've experienced some catastrophic flooding, especially Pensacola area. Some showers lingering along the Texas coast here, and this is the cold front that's draped across the southeast right now. It's kind of stalled. Fortunately for us here in Charlotte, it has moved away from us, and we have clear and sunny skies right now, and it's going to be a beautiful, gorgeous weekend here. The clouds out here to our west in Tennessee will hit the mountains and upslope and evaporate, and are not going to really affect us at all here overnight tonight. Some showers left over here up along the beach line of the Great Lakes here, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. Some scattered shower activities there, and some scattered shower activity even up into New England here, and also some unsettled weather here across Minnesota as we have another spinny thing here in the upper atmosphere, bringing some clouds and some precipitation here across the Twin Cities and into Wisconsin. And this thing will be heading for Chicago. Dry out here in the desert Southwest. It looks like it's heating up out here as a ridge is building, and it looks like Southern California could be experiencing some Santa Ana winds over the next few days, and the fire danger out here in Southern California could be increasing, and you could be reading about that in the news or newspaper anytime soon. Taking a look at the national surface map with radar data and also temperatures, and it looks like we have a wave of low pressure forming over Cape Hatteras, the Outer Banks here in North Carolina, Eastern Carolina along the beach, as the cold front here is kind of starting to stall a little bit, and some rain still in Florida here. Looks like we're mainly in the 60s here across the Carolinas, and maybe even 70 as we get into South Carolina, and pretty much the 70s here across the Gulf Coast states. And we have in the 50s for the most part here in this area of showers up over the Ohio River Valley, and some 50s here in the rain pockets that are over the upper Midwest and upper plains. Pretty much the 60s across the northern New England and New England area here. We've got 66 degrees right now in Boston, and it looks like we are pretty much dry, and in the 70s and 80s, and 88 degrees here offshore in Southern California, which means that there's a dry onshore flow, which could mean trouble for them. Fire danger increasing out here in Southern California. So let's take a look at the big picture models here and forecast over the next week or so. And what can we expect? Well, I think we're going to stay dry here in North Carolina over the next week at least. And here we go. The jet stream with the ridge over the west. This is Saturday, and it looks like it's still going to remain a little bit wet just offshore here to the southeast of us on Saturday. But it looks like that system, that front finally pushes away. And the ridge is over the desert southwest, and it looks like it starts to move into the central part of the plain states here as we head into Monday. And there could be a disturbance here moving by to our north. What level of the atmosphere is unclear because it's not showing up on the mid-level energy charts. But there is going to be some clouds here on Monday, and it looks like we remain dry to that. But it is going to be a little bit cloudy here on Monday. And then that system skates on away, and it looks like during the day on Monday, here comes a trough into the western part of the United States. They're going to get some weather out there in California, some unsettled weather here, especially in the mountains. And that's a big news for them because California normally doesn't get weather like that. And a big deep trough. Could be problems out there for California on Tuesday evening as that trough deepens and digs really deep, brings some showers and rain activity out there, unsettled weather to the west, and the ridge starts to build in the central part of the United States. Could be a heat wave building out here. And we're going to have to watch how this trough digs into the central plains, especially Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota even maybe, as there could be a severe outbreak there middle of next week. And that disturbance here moves its way eastward slowly, and temperatures skyrocket in the Midwest, and that will affect us a little bit downstream. We get up to 85 degrees on Wednesday, but then some clouds return on Thursday, which are going to keep us probably a little bit below 80. Maybe 79 degrees for a high here on Thursday. And then that bowling ball kind of swings a piece of energy up across the eastern part, or the northern part of the plains, I should say. And there could be some severe weather here in Iowa and also Kansas and maybe even Nebraska and Missouri. They're going to have to watch out for that come the middle of next week, especially Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday, Wednesday evening there. And it looks like that system is going to be pretty tightly wound up, which is going to be strong. And that's why I'm thinking the severe weather is going to be right in this area right here. In fact, I can go ahead and draw you a little bit of a picture and show you right in this area where I think the severe weather might be. Right there. Got a little lightning bolt for you, okay? That's where it could be on Wednesday night, or Wednesday during the day, even into Thursday. Could be during the day on Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday next week is what I'm thinking right now. And then that system moves on away up into Canada. The central low pressure does, but then it swings a front down here across the United States, brings more unsettled weather into Memphis and also up into St. Louis and up into Illinois as we head into the day on Friday morning. Here's the cold front right here. It looks like we're going to remain dry on Friday, but then the high clouds move in as that cold front will approach from the west. And it looks like much of the central part of the United States goes back into the cool mode. And it looks like the cold front is approaching once again, which is going to give us a cool off for next weekend. But we're going to have to watch it as far as any type of thunderstorm activity as we head into Friday and Saturday of next week, a week from now. But we'll get back to that as we get closer to that date. Check back often, and we will give you the updates on that. This is Weather Ranger Charlotte. Have a great weekend, everybody.